My friend Carlos asks, are Christians allowed to smoke and drink? Coming up next on Pastor Bob Daily. Are Christians allowed to smoke and drink? The answer, well, foundationally is yes, they are. Let's talk about this for a minute, because I do have some concerns here as well. Are Christians allowed to smoke and drink? In other words, can I still smoke and drink and be a Christian? The answer is yes, you can. Is it a good idea? Well, that's another question. Now, I am not a drinker personally. I have still to this day never tasted beer, ever. I've had wine a few times at communion, but that's all. And I don't do it necessarily for religious reasons or Christian reasons. I know that I'm a person of extremes. You can't tell that, can you? And I know that I don't want to get hooked on anything, and so I realized that if I got started with beer and I liked the taste, I'd probably drink too much. So I don't get started. Smoking. I have a pipe. Uh-oh. It's a vape pipe. And I get the organic, non-nicotine stuff, and it's this one's called Death by Chocolate. If you're smoking, I'd recommend one of those. It's pretty tasty. It reminds me a lot of hookah. You know, just kind of that fruit taste and all of that. I'm not a very good smoker, am I? I like the foofy stuff. Well, you know, these are things that again are not religious or Christian issues, although there are so many ways they can become that. The Bible talks about not letting anything master you. That's pretty important. And gosh, wherever I travel, I see there's a new freedom in smoking that Christians have. It kind of bothers me because so many Christians are learning to smoke from other Christians. And it seems like the thing to do is to get together with your Christian friends and chain smoke. And I know so many people that are so hooked on it right now, and it's mastered them. And I think that's what the Bible's trying to tell us not to do. I also have friends that have died from cancer that is directly related to smoking, so many of them. And I realize that so many of these people that I dearly love who are smoking too much will most likely die of cancer and lung-related diseases that have everything to do with smoking. That's a problem. Drinking, nothing wrong with a little bit of wine, according to Paul in the Bible. He said it's good for your stomach, and I understand that. Good antioxidant. But there's a lot wrong with over-drinking. And there are more deaths on the highway every year in most countries from alcoholism, from people drinking and driving, than anything else. More families have been split up because of alcohol and what it does to you, how it alters you. And it seems like these days people don't know how to have a good time with each other unless there's alcohol involved. And that's sad to me, because I really enjoy the company of people until they start getting drunk and belligerent and stupid, you know? And then it's no longer them, but, you know, it's a form of them without any restraints. I don't like that so much. So I'm afraid of what our Christian culture is becoming as we really relax these issues and make them a non-issue. Because, folks, can you go to heaven and still smoke? Yes. Will you go to hell for smoking? No. You just smell like you've been there. You know what I'm saying? Will you go to hell for drinking? No. But folks, you put your life and others' lives in jeopardy every time you drink too much. So I think these are things we need to think about. As far as our faith is concerned, why do we get the idea that we need to have a list of things? Honestly, I want you to give me a list of things I can and cannot do. In other words, I want to know what I can get away with and still be a Christian. The truth is, the Bible says to pursue holiness, not to see how close we can get to the edge without falling off, but to pursue holiness, godliness, to become more Christ-like. And folks, when Christ truly enters your life and you truly resolve and decide to follow him and allow him to take things over, your questions change a little bit. Instead of, can I get away with smoking and drinking, it becomes, what can I do to become more Christ-like? And Lord, how can I be more holy? I hope that's your question today. It's a great question. God bless you. Have a great day.